Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. There's a website for Kathy, kathymcleland.com right here. Feel free to freeze frame if you need the spelling for that, of course. Supportive Oracle cards are Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed. There are websites for, let's see, the first one's for Colette. Here's Colette in the back, and a bunch of websites for Colette. Feel free to freeze frame and check out anything you'd like to there, of course. Supportive and there's an about the illustrator, Jenna Della Grataglia. I think I'm close to saying that right. Maybe. There's a bunch of websites for Jenna. Feel free to check those out if you'd like to. Okay. Cool. What do we have for Taurus? My first thought was something needs to be said. We have some very good cards. Oh, this card. It's kind of on its side. So we got the, what is that, the page? No, it's the prince. The prince could go page or knight, depends on how you feel about it, I guess. I kind of, we'll see. I'm not sure. I kind of feel page with that. So something needs to be said. This is the first card that came out for you. It's the knight. Nope, that's the king, right? Yep. King of Swords. You're in the position to make things happen, but I feel like something needs to be said here. The thing is, you might be holding back for a reason. Because I feel like if I say something, it could change the dynamic of what I'm working with. And it's like once I change the dynamic, the control has left my grasp. You've got the Three of Pentacles, and you got the Devil card. But it's kind of like releasing yourself from the devil. Releasing yourself from the burden of the situation. Once you bring forth the information and you, I don't know, is it a person or is it a situation? You got to bring forth the information because you know what's going on. You know what's happening. You know where things stand. And something about just saying what's going on and bringing forth that information changes the whole landscape here. But by bringing things forward and saying what I need to say, I'm kind of like, how self-sufficient will I be after that? Because the way things are set up, this goes there, this is there, that person does this person does this. But if I say stuff, that the whole way things are lined up could change, and it may not be in my control. It may not be in my control to what happens next. Something needs to be said. Something definitely needs to be said. Ultimately, this is in your best interest. I'm going to skip here. I don't know if I want to. I do see it going your way, but like I kind of want to skip to the end already. But there's a process to get through, because once you give the information out, things do definitely change, and somebody makes a decision that's best for them. When they know what's going on, they're going to make the decision that's best for them. I feel like that's how this is meant to go. They're going to see things in a different way. They're going to kind of move in a different direction, but it's going to be what's best for them. There is some type of little troublemaker energy, and I keep seeing this on its side over here. It came out of the middle of the deck. There is a little bit of a troublemaker energy here. It's not totally bad, but it's not really the best either. Sometimes you just got people who, they just can't help but talk, and sometimes that talk is good, and sometimes that talk is not the best. I feel like this is just somebody who they just keep talking. They just keep talking, and they say things that maybe they shouldn't, but then they sometimes say things that are helpful. They're both sides of the coin there. That's going around this situation. That seems to be playing into a lot of what's going on here. It's creating changes. There's really good things coming for you, but it's like we got to let whoever this is make their decision so they can stabilize their own thoughts. Once they decide what they got to do, it'll shake out the way it needs to, but they have to make their own decision. Until they know the information, they won't balance out the way they need to. Whatever decision they make will affect you, but waiting for or holding it back is just going to like delay the inevitable. The sooner they make their decision, the sooner you can stabilize your side. Yeah, because once they hear what they need to hear, they are going to make big choices. you're going to make big choices too, but they're going to make big choices. They're going to move forward where they need to go. They're going to create their whole landscape. This is based on what I heard, based on what I know. This is what I'm going to do now. This is how I'm going to handle things. When that happens, it does put you in a power position. It just doesn't feel like it. It feels like things are changing quickly because I feel like somebody's going to move on. They're going to move on, they're going to move on fast, or they're going to move somebody else on fast. Something like that. Depends on what you're dealing with. Something's going to change and move forward quickly. It feels like somebody's moving on. It doesn't have to be the person you told the information to, but it could be the person you told the information to is making somebody else move on. Something like that. Something is definitely changing here. When that happens, it does upset the apple cart for a minute. You got the Knight of Wands. Quick changes, you got to pick up things, you got to move things around fast. Okay, that's not there anymore. Since that's not there anymore and I use that frequently, I got to find something else to pick up the slack on that one. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do what I need to do. You do it successfully. You do make quick decisions successfully. I wouldn't say you like that, but you are successful with it. You just don't care for it is what I'm getting. It's kind of like, this is not the way I want to live. I really don't like making decisions this way, but if I have to, well, then I guess I have to. There's more coming forward, but what's coming? There's something with this quick decision thing here in the quick energy. Like, I feel like I'm moving on from it too quick. The Hierophant, no, it's not the Hierophant. The 4 is the Emperor, and then you got the 10 of Swords. You don't like how you're succeeding. You are succeeding, but you hate it. You got the 10 of Swords. Like, okay, even though you're making good decisions, I feel like I don't feel like you're convinced you're making good decisions. Kind of like, no, this was too quick. I don't have the time to really back up this decision. I don't have the time to really go, yeah, that was the right decision. I just have to do this and hope for the best, and this is not how I work. I don't like that. And now I feel like then it's bothering me. Like, now I feel like I have to go back and make sure it was a good decision. I feel like I have to go back and make sure that what I did was correct. It bothers me. I do feel like that might happen from this situation a little bit. Thing is, judgment does go in your favor. Things will balance out. Judgment does go in your favor. Things do go very, very well. I feel like what I'm worried about is you're going to like have this really strong need, kind of like, I made those decisions and I don't really know if they were right, and I'm still questioning if they were right, and I want to go back and double check them. And it's almost like things have moved on so far that it's kind of like, it's almost like, okay, for self-audit purposes, I want to know if that was the right decision, but it's also not serving you for some reason. I feel like there's other things that would serve better if you kept going forward, but it's hard. It's kind of like, no, I want to go back and make sure that that was the right decision. Because the only thing it's serving is self-audit. But the thing is, it was in this snap. It was a snap decision you had to do. You had to make quick decisions. You had no choice. And when you're faced with things again, things will probably be different. And if you have to make a snap decision like that, it's not going to play out the same anyway. So it's kind of like letting it go is really challenging. To accept that things, I feel like you're having a hard time accepting that it did go your way because you don't feel comfortable with it, even though it is working out. I even get the Sun card over here. Like, things are going real well. How is the Sun card actually coming in? Because that's the best card in the deck, in my opinion. How is that going in your... Other people made decisions. You're still, like, I feel like you can't let go. That's a problem. Things are really well. Things do go really well. The only thing it's holding back, I feel like, is you're not confident that this was the right thing to do. How do you let that go? Making peace with it is a big challenge. I feel like that's the biggest, hardest part of this reading. To accept that things are going well and that sometimes you just got to make the best decision and just move on from it. Really not Taurus's way. I almost said Capricorn. I mean, they're another earth sign. How can this go better for Capricorn? Or why do I keep saying Capricorn? It's Taurus. How can this go better for Taurus? Taurus. Accept the good with the bad, and then just slowly watch how your decision played out. Just slowly watch it. Accept the good with the bad, and then I feel like if you can keep yourself in an honest place, just realize you did the best you could, and that you didn't really have the luxury of thinking things out. And sometimes that is a luxury. That's the challenge. I feel like that's the whole challenge of this. Everything's working out. It was going to happen sooner or later. I feel like I wanted to find a better way to where we could slowly work this out and, make changes and make this work out in a better way for everybody. But when you tell this information, it's going to play out the way it's going to play out. You're not going to know what the person's going to do until you tell them. And then when it shakes out, they make quick decisions, and then you have to just kind of do what you have to do. There's only so much you can do. I feel like it's like making peace with quick decisions. I feel like it's making peace with fire. There is this little troublemaker energy again. I keep hearing this. Like somebody's going to be pointing out all the faults and everything that went wrong. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's meant to be perfect. But that person, like if we put a microscope on their life, it would look a lot worse than yours is what I'm getting. Not for nothing. So if they're trying to point out, oh, the Taurus did this and the Taurus did that, if we put the microscope on them, they wouldn't look half as good. Let's just keep that in mind too. Yeah, I think it's making peace with a quick decision. I keep getting that. The sooner you can do that, and like, I don't know if this is helpful in this situation. I'm a big fan of Paul McKenna. If you want to look up some of his stuff, he's a British author. That might help you. It's all about making peace with it. Making peace with quick decisions. All right, I'm going to let this go here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you again for watching, and have a great day.